Welcome everyone. Today we have another Genshin Impact News Digest. In this video, we'll have a look at the latest MiHoYo Ban official warnings on the methods of accounts that are getting banned, and this is for patch 2.3. And also the update of account hacking. I didn't type it properly. So yes, we're going to have a look at the official warnings about accounts getting banned, and this was posted about 2 days ago. And also we'll have a look at some of the concerns and also warnings about accounts getting hacked. So we'll have a look at this with this brief summary. We'll have a look at the new ways players are getting banned. People are clearing 36 stars for the Spire abuse, and I'll show you some of the screenshots in the Chinese, like screenshots over here. People are clearing with with ingredients, and people are clearing this with with 1 or 2 monsters. Notice that they're clearing with 1 or 2 characters. So this is actually pretty hilarious to look at, and we'll have a look at the reasons that players getting banned for more reasons. People are getting event limited items and people are getting a lot of 5 stars. So have a look at those and also the previous reasons why players are getting banned, what we should be aware. After that, we'll have a look at some, the follow-up news of the related news of the previous video. So it's about the Shenhe character, which was getting some reports about she looks too sexy. And we have a Reddit post over here comparing Ganyu and also Shenhe and how their outfits look very similar. It's as if they're sharing outfits. So have a look at this as well. And this is basically extend the discussion. We also have a look at how another Chinese Bilibili video uploader is talking about the concerns for MiHoYo getting attacked, and this is about a focus attack for patch 2.4. We'll have a look at what he means by that and how is MiHoYo getting attacked from the competitors and how is this happening for patch 2.4. Finally, we'll have a look at an interesting clip. I'll show you guys the clip. So I'll show you the final part. This shell just spinned in circles and killed everything, and it's a Concentration 6 shell. So I thought it's quite interesting. Let's have a look at this one together and investigate how he actually managed to do this. Now coming over to our most important news of the day, what I'll do is I'll translate this page from the Chinese side. Usually I do check the official updates of news and information from both Chinese and also English. Sometimes it's not posted on the English part, but it's posted on the Chinese side. It's about banning players. This is a new ban warning for third-party softwares and also plugins. Now this have, talk about account using third-party softwares and scripts. So this time a lot of the Chinese comments and also players will actually go in more details. So notice how here are the players who are banned for violation of different scripts, but we're not sure what they're actually doing with the scripts. So this time, if we come down a little bit, players were showing the screenshots of some possible scripts of getting full 36 stars for the Inspire abuse for the promo gems with some of the ingredients. And there's a lot of memes going around here, but what I want to show you guys is just first the screenshots. People are like, oh, passing with 1 character. People are like passing with no character. It's like, wait, I can pass with no character? And then people are like, wait, I can pass with, I can pass with ingredients of the monsters and also the flowers. So yes, with scripts, people can bypass a lot of the game mechanics. But this is actually not great for the game because, this would ruin the data for the server. This will ruin the fairness of the players. And players who work so hard for the 36 stars are not getting properly rewarded. So here are some of the collection of the reasons why players are getting banned, and some of them does look a little hilarious. So players are using the plugins and bug abuse for getting 36 stars in the Spire abuse, as you can see in the screenshots. They can use nothing and still defeat it. Players were using different kind of data feed scripts to get event limited items, including weapons, pets, and gadgets. Now this is something new to me because I did miss some of the events because of I wasn't active on the events. I missed some of the loot from the events and some gadgets. So I was thinking, how do I get those pets? But I'm not going to try those, of course. It's never worth it, guys, to try anything dodgy or anything buggy or scripts in the game. Just play it normally and eventually you get those items. But there's players who missed out those items who are actually using scripts to get those items. And finally, it is always rumored and players are saying that some of the big workshops who are running scripts on accounts, they actually try to sell accounts with 5-star characters. So don't buy accounts, don't trade accounts, guys. It is not recommended by the game and you'll get banned. And on top of that, even if you pay them for an account, those 5 stars can be generated by abnormal data. And this is a must ban for MiHoYo. And this is because, this is the major source of profit. They sell 5-star characters in terms of, rolling and, wishing. So this is the big ban for them. Now, in case you guys haven't seen our previous videos about other sorts of bans and also abuses players were doing, is one is the account refund. So this is sometimes players will purchase in-game currency and then they get their bank to refund it, or they purchase through a seller. So never purchase currency for anybody else, even when they say it's a discount $100 package, because they will have a refund system, which the game itself will ban you if you fail to comply to top up your account. So the game will give you a warning message. It will take a month or two, and if you don't comply and if you don't pay the money that you refunded, then your account may be banned. So there's also, we talk about the third-party add-ons, the bots, the scripts, and here we talk about, I'm not sure if you guys remember, signature names and in-game names, guys. Make sure nothing misleading, nothing sexist, nothing scams, nothing about suggestive, nothing offensive, nothing that will be too political. Just be careful with that, because there's a lot of keywords that triggers it. Sometimes it's quite random too. So make sure you say something that's very, very nice and nothing like suggestive. Similarly, with the teapot and also housing placement, players were writing root words and also images with the new system and, with different shapes and things and different language about root system. MiHoYo have a really strong algorithm system that reads those and that will give a player a warning. So what over here is, players can be banned for 1 month for some of those offenses, can be banned up to 1 to 15 years for other serious offense in the game. So make sure we be aware of that. There's always known bugs to abuse for a lot of eggs, a lot of items, for keep rolling in the fire. Be careful with that, because this might also be flagged as abnormal data. And finally, there's some players who are trying to trigger game data error, and be careful if your internet is not stable, because if it's not stable, if you trigger game data error, try to not doing this too many times, because it could be seen as players try to run scripts and doing something funny. So there are players who are misbanned. Be aware of this. So if you are part of the players who are misbanned, or if you worry about hacking, we'll talk about this very soon. So basically, those are the summaries of the latest update of the ban warnings from MiHoYo. And I thought this official post was quite funny because the Chinese players were actually posting a lot of screenshots. So I thought I'd share this one with you guys first. Now, the second thing of my concern is a lot of the viewers have been telling me that their accounts have been hacked. And this is very concerning because we have always talked about the concerns for account getting hacked. Currently, I'm not sure what is happening exactly because, I don't have exactly knowledge of their account, what did they do, what internet did they browse. But a few of our viewers were saying that their account seems to be hacked out of nowhere. They have fully linked everything, mobile phone, emails, MiHoYo accounts, and they have high security. So players are not sure what's happening. What I recommend is to contact support. Make sure you find a support that can help you. And what you want to provide is before we lose the account, what you want to have some saved up is your proof of purchase. If you purchase anything in the game, you do want proof of that. What day did you start the game? I know this one is quite hard. And also, what are your most frequent used characters? What are the places you travel? And also have some screenshots of your most valuable artifacts and also weapons, in case the hacker hack into your account and break all of them or sell them. So if you lose those items, you want to prove and get the account to be retrieved. The hackers can't delete your character, but they could delete your items. So you want to be careful with this, and it's better to have a proof of those items. And just as a proof is your account, you can screenshot the constellations or the skills of characters. Anything that's unique in your bag and in your account, you can also have some screenshots saved up. I'm not saying everyone's getting hacked, but I just want to warn you guys, because right now we don't know how players are getting hacked. But in case you're a little concerned, those are the steps you can take to protect yourself. And best of wishes for those friends who have lost their account due to the hacking. So I'm still looking for ways to protect us from account security and also to avoid any bans from the MiHoYo, because that's very important. We've been playing the games for a while. We really don't want to lose our account for those bizarre reasons. Now, if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now, following up from the previous video about the news of, Xinhe was too sexy and she was kind of getting reports and complaints in China from a set of target audience and people saying she looks too sexy, the outfit is too revealing and she's definitely like underaged. So there's a lot of concerns of that. So this is just a follow-up because I do see a little meme over here by Vinix over here. He's saying like, if you compare Gary and also Xinhe, they seems to be wearing a similar outfit. Because Xinhe again were raised by similar adaptites, and that's why there's a similarity between the outfit. This actually looked kind of bizarre. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so similar. So notice this is Ganyu's official outfit, this is Xinhe's official outfit. They look very similar. So if you swap the top and bottom, notice that Xinhe and Ganyu seems to have a reverse of top and bottom. So if he also swapped the top and bottom for Xinhe into Ganyu. So this is, I guess, this is a main post, but I thought if MiHoYo were to change Xinhe's character design, this could be something that can be coming into. So the biggest concern with Xinhe is that her dress is too revealing with her undies, with her skin. So players were hoping that she doesn't get a change. But in the case that she might get a change, we might see someone like similar to this picture over here with a dress similar to Ganyu. But that'll be very similar to Ganyu, right? So, fingers crossed it doesn't get changed. I thought I'd follow this up with you guys. So a lot of players are a little concerned about how MiHoYo is receiving a lot of negative reports. So I also come across this particular video. And over here, this is a video from Bilibili on Rui9. He talked about how MiHoYo is being attacked by competitors. There's an informational flood, and this is focused on leaking the content for patch 2.4. A lot of companies seems to be funding MiHoYo as a competitor, and in order to kind of sabotage MiHoYo's upcoming content and upcoming characters, they've been always looking for ways to attack each competitors, and this is kind of in the gray area. So the Rui9 over here, he also talked about how there's a bunch of random accounts that was created just to leak information on patch 2.4, and those are not by people who want to help others for primal gems or plan for characters. Those were made in such a way to be miscellaneous and to be attacking of MiHoYo. And similarly, this comes also back to MiHoYo getting reported for the characters being too sexy or being underage. So there seems to be a lot of attacks currently in the current period, and also target patch 2.4. So this wasn't the case for patch 2.2, 2.3. So this is a sudden surge of attacks. So I thought I'd update you guys, and if there's also future news about it, if there's any changes, how MiHoYo react to it, and how does this affect us as gamers, I'll let you know as well. Now coming over to some fun part of today's news update. So this is a video by Crush Moose, and I was just looking at this, I wasn't sure what's happening. So let's watch this once and then let's try to explain. So this is a Bennett buffs, Venti casts his ultimate to group enemies, and then Shao goes into his Superman form and he slams down once, the scream spins for about 5 seconds and everything dies. I'm like, what happened? So let's watch this again and I'll try to explain. So he's preparing the highest damage by grouping enemies together, and Shao casts his ultimate, and then he starts, and monsters will be grouped together. And one thing I do notice is quite interesting is that before he summoned the monsters, he actually prepared the floor of damage. So the moment they're summoned, he actually sucked them in right away. I usually do this the other way around. I usually see the monsters, then I cast a spell, saying it's a little slow. So what we can see here is the Concentration 6 Shao is actually having a special reset function. So after Shao casts his slam attack, so he can jump high and then he slam down. If he slams more than 2 enemies, for the next 1 second, his elemental E spell, the charge around, that charge does not have any cooldown. So he can spam his E spell infinite times as much as he pressed, as long as his internet goes, he can spam them infinite times. And this becomes something bizarre for the Concentration 6. So he's actually spamming, notice that he's changing his scream, and each time he changes scream, because he will slam forward, then he changes scream and slam backwards. And this is actually a pretty cool version of showing like how people can play character differently. But of course it's not for all of us, because it's gated behind Concentration 6. But I'm looking for characters and looking for ways to get different plays like this without having to pay this much. I thought it's kind of fun to share with you guys, and this could also be like if you're planning for Concentration 6 Shao for the upcoming rerun, maybe we can look into it. I don't recommend spending that much though. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's update, and I'll be looking for more news, more updates, and post more videos regularly. That's my plan as well. So thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.